If you've ever watched Jurassic Park and thought, that can't possibly be a real place, let me tell you, it is. And you'll find it in Maui. But this isn't just a tropical island with pretty beaches and palm trees. Maui feels untouched by time. It's wild, unfiltered, like the earth before we built roads and cities. There's a power to it, raw, deep, and ancient. Towering green cliffs vanish into clouds. Waterfalls carve through lava rock. Rainforests pulse with sound and scent and color. It's no wonder people say it looks like it belongs in a movie. But it's not special effects. It's not fiction. This is real life, and it's waiting for you. You'll feel it the moment you enter Iao Valley. It's not just a scenic stop, it's sacred ground. The air here is thicker, cooler, and almost electric. Everything is green. The valley is carved sharply between steep, mist-covered walls that rise up like the ribs of the earth. It feels like nature has pulled you into a hidden sanctuary. At the center of it all stands the Iao Needle, a narrow, vertical peak rising 1,200 feet into the air like a dagger of stone wrapped in moss. And around it, the jungle presses in, vibrant, wet, breathing. You can hear the rush of water below, the gentle hiss of leaves shifting in the breeze, and the distant call of birds. The valley has deep cultural meaning to native Hawaiians. It was once a burial site for chiefs and a place of great battles. You can feel the history in your bones. You don't come here just to look. You come to listen, to slow down, to let the land speak. But the island doesn't stay quiet for long. From there, the journey shifts. Head east, and you begin the climb up the sleeping volcano, Haleakalā. Known as the House of the Sun, this massive shield volcano dominates the eastern half of Maui. Its summit sits over 10,000 feet above sea level, and as you ascend, the world changes with every mile. The air grows thinner and colder. Trees disappear. Green turns to red and brown. You pass through cloud layers, and then suddenly, you're standing above them. The summit of Haleakalā is like another planet. You look out over a vast crater, miles wide, filled with jagged ridges, scattered cinder cones, and deep volcanic shadows. The silence is absolute. The wind whispers across rock that hasn't moved in centuries. And if you time it right, if you get there before dawn, you'll witness one of the most unforgettable sunrises on Earth. The sky begins in deep violet, then softens to amber and gold as the first light spills over the horizon. It pours into the crater, igniting the landscape in warm hues and casting long, dramatic shadows. People stand shoulder to shoulder, wrapped in blankets, silent. And in that moment, high above the world, as sunlight floods an alien terrain, you realize you're somewhere truly special. But the magic of Maui lies in its contrasts. Just hours after standing in the icy winds of Haleakala's summit, you can be back at sea level, deep in tropical rainforest. The island folds every environment into itself like pages in a storybook. And the best way to turn those pages is by taking the legendary road to Hana. The road to Hana is not for the impatient. This isn't a quick drive, it's an adventure. A 64-mile ribbon of narrow asphalt that hugs the coastline, curls around cliffs, dives into jungle tunnels, and crosses over 51-lane bridges. You don't take this road to get somewhere. The road is the destination. What makes it unforgettable is the rhythm of the journey. You stop, you explore, you breathe, then you move on. Early in the drive, stop at Twin Falls. It's the perfect way to ease into the jungle. You'll park near a fruit stand selling fresh coconuts and tropical smoothies, then walk a gentle trail past sugarcane and banana trees. A cool waterfall pouring into a natural pool surrounded by ferns and thick green canopy. Locals swim here. Tourists stand in awe. It's not about the size of the falls, it's the feeling of being tucked away in a secret slice of paradise. The water is refreshing, the sounds soothing. You could stay here for hours, but the road calls you forward. As you continue the drive, the road begins to twist tighter, the cliffs drop steeper, and the views become more dramatic. You'll pass black sand beaches, ancient lava tubes, hidden gardens, and roadside stands where aunties sell fresh banana bread wrapped in foil and still warm from the oven. Some spots have no signs, others are hidden behind thickets of flowers. You'll hear wild birds overhead. You'll smell the sea one moment and damp forest the next. Around every bend is another surprise, and every stop has its own rhythm, its own charm. But the crown jewel of this journey lies near the end, the Pipiwai Trail, just past Hana in the Kipahulu section of Haleakala National Park. This hike is something else. It begins beneath towering banyan trees, their roots draping down like ancient curtains. The air is heavy with the scent of ginger and rain. Then, suddenly, you're in a bamboo forest, not just a patch, but a world of bamboo. Tall stalks rise like columns all around you, tightly packed and creaking softly in the breeze. Sunlight filters through in narrow bands. The ground beneath your feet becomes soft and muffled. It's quiet, meditative, like walking through a dream. And then, just when you think it can't get more magical, you hear it. A distant roar. The trail opens up and you stand before Waimoku Falls. A 400-foot vertical drop of water cascading down a sheer cliff into a lush green amphitheatre. The sound is thunderous. The air is cool and wet and pure. And for a moment, everything else disappears. It's just you and the falls, and the wild, eternal beauty of Maui. Just when you think you've seen it all, Maui reveals there's still more waiting. Because while the island is famous for its emerald forests, misty cliffs, and towering volcanoes, its soul truly comes alive where the land meets the ocean. Let's talk about the beaches, but not just any beaches. Maui's coastlines feel like something out of a dream. Some are wild and rugged, others soft and golden, and some don't even look real. Start with Wayanapanipa Black Sand Beach, near the end of the road to Hana. It's a place that looks like it belongs on another planet. Instead of golden sand, you step onto shimmering jet-black pebbles, tiny shards of volcanic glass shaped by time and tide. The contrast between the black sand, the deep green jungle, and the turquoise waves is so bold it almost doesn't feel natural. The ocean here has its own moods, sometimes gentle, sometimes wild and furious, crashing into the dark lava cliffs with a thunderous roar. There's a freshwater cave you can explore, a trail that hugs the coastline, and pockets of silence where the only thing you'll hear is the wind. Come early, when the sun is just rising and mist curls over the cliffs, and you'll feel like you're walking through an ancient, untouched world. It's eerie, sacred, beautiful. Now picture the exact opposite, soft golden sand stretching as far as the eye can see. That's Makena Beach, or Big Beach, and it's one of Maui's largest and most beloved. It has this raw, open energy, no resorts behind it, just volcanic slopes in the distance and the deep, endless blue of the Pacific. The sand is soft and warm under your feet. The water, often calm but sometimes intense, rolls in with thick, glassy waves that break just right for body surfing or boogie boarding. You can find a quiet spot here, lie back and feel the heat of the sun, the rhythm of the waves, and the occasional breeze carrying the scent of salt and plumeria blossoms. It's a simple pleasure, but in Maui, simplicity is often the most luxurious thing. And then there are the evenings. Maui doesn't just do sunsets, it performs them. Especially on the western coast, in places like Lahaina, Kaanapali, and Kapalua, the entire sky lights up like fire. You'll see the colors shift minute by minute, from brilliant orange to rose pink to deep violet. The sun dips low, casting golden paths across the water, and for a few moments, time stands still. Palm trees become black silhouettes against a sky that looks hand-painted. Locals gather along the beaches, barefoot, holding hands, or playing ukuleles. It's peaceful and communal. Even the birds seem to quiet down. It's a spiritual kind of calm, the kind that leaves a mark. But the real magic begins when you look beneath the surface. Maui is home to some of the best snorkeling and diving in the world. One of the crown jewels is Molokini Crater, a crescent-shaped islet formed from a volcanic eruption thousands of years ago. Accessible only by boat, its crystal-clear waters can have visibility over 150 feet on a good day. When you dive in, it's like entering another universe. Bright coral gardens sway in the currents. Hundreds of species of tropical fish flit around in flashes of colour. Yellow tangs, parrotfish, and Moorish idols. You might spot eels winding through crevices or graceful sea turtles gliding by, completely unbothered by your presence. Time slows down under the water, and everything becomes calm, quiet, and surreal. But even if you stay above water, Maui still offers one of the most awe-inspiring experiences on Earth: whale watching. From December to April, humpback whales migrate to these warm, protected waters to mate and give birth. If you're on the right beach, you might spot them breaching from the shore, massive, majestic, and powerful. But hop on a tour boat out of Lahaina or Lahaina, and the experience becomes something you'll never forget. You'll see them up close, tails rising and slapping the water, mothers swimming alongside their newborn calves. Sometimes, they come so near you can hear the exhale from their blowholes. And beneath it all, their songs, ethereal, ancient, echoing through the ocean like some deep language of the sea. It's humbling. You feel small, but in the most beautiful, connected way. And of course, with all these adventures, you'll need to refuel. Thankfully, Maui knows how to feed the soul and the stomach. The island's food scene is a fusion of native Hawaiian flavors, Asian influences, and fresh island ingredients. Every bite tells a story. Try poke, chunks of raw ahi tuna seasoned with soy, sesame, chili, and onion, served over rice or greens. Grab a plate lunch from a roadside food truck, maybe kalua pork, lomi salmon, poi, or crispy chicken katsu. You'll find tiny stands selling sweet banana bread baked fresh that morning. Or crack open a coconut on the roadside and drink its water while watching surfers in the distance. For dessert, go for shave ice, a beloved island treat. Not shaved ice, shave ice. Soft, fine flakes of ice soaked in tropical syrups like lilikoi, passion fruit, mango, and guava. Add condensed milk on top or a scoop of macadamia nut ice cream at the bottom, and you've got something that hits differently under the hot Hawaiian sun. When the day winds down and you're ready to rest, Maui offers more than just a place to sleep. It offers experiences. You can stay at one of the island's world-class luxury resorts, where everything is designed to blend seamlessly with nature. Think of the Four Seasons Resort Maui at Wailea. Graceful architecture, open-air spaces, art everywhere, and views that stretch out over the ocean. Or Hotel Wailea, an adults-only oasis tucked into a hillside with lush gardens, private balconies, and an atmosphere of peace. These aren't just hotels, they're sanctuaries. But just as magical, sometimes even more so, are the family-run guest houses, charming bed and breakfasts, and eco-lodges that dot the island, especially in quieter regions like Hana or upcountry Maui. Here, your hosts might share stories over breakfast, point you to hidden waterfalls, or leave fresh fruit from their trees on your porch each morning. You'll feel less like a tourist and more like an honored guest in someone's home. And after just a few days, you'll realize something. Maui has worked its way into your heart. It's not just the sights or the adventures or the food, it's the feeling. That deep, quiet joy that only comes when you're somewhere that's alive with beauty, grounded in culture, and infused with the raw power of nature. You breathe differently. You move slower. You feel more you. This island, lush, volcanic, wild, and soothing, doesn't just look like Jurassic Park. It feels like it shouldn't be real, but it is, and it's waiting for you. So if you're ready to see something that looks like CGI, but is 100% real life, pack your bags. Maui is calling. And when you go, don't just visit. Let it in. Let it change you.